Ladies and gentlemen, what's up? This is BC. Welcome back to another evening live. After a while, I decided to break out the Joker suit for you, the suit jacket. Well, let's talk today about some priorities you need to get straight in 2024 if you want to achieve more success, have more fulfillment, because I take in everything I do, whether it's business, training, coaching, courses, I take a more holistic approach, and I want to transform people from the inside out. And part of that includes and requires that your priorities be in line with the future that you're looking for and the person that you want to become. And where those don't align, you will come up short. Period, point blank, end of story. Okay? There's no way to sugarcoat that. Therefore, what are some things that people need to work on? Okay? I don't care if you're a 9-to-5er. I don't care if you're an entrepreneur. I don't care if you're listening to me and you're in college, you're young, you're older. I think 80% of my viewership is between 18 and 35. Right? So mostly people younger than me, because it's funny to say that I'm almost fucking 40 years old now, right? It's crazy. This is what people need to do. You need to prioritize having working, functioning, and strong. This is one of many professional relationships. And what I mean by that is the approach of how you create them and then what you do with them. You see, when people get into sales or entrepreneurship, they're told, well, you need to build relationships. Sales is about relationships. And that's true. But they go about it and think about it the wrong way. Okay? These aren't people that you're going to go out and have drinks with and club with at night. It's not that you become buddy-buddy and you do all this fake shit to try to build rapport. Professional relationship, meaning each one brings something to the table and each one makes it mutually beneficial for the other for this relationship to occur. Right? Let me give you an example. When I got into real estate, I built up my vendor team, my escrow officer, right? My lender, my termite inspector, my home inspector, my contractors, right? And I said, by you getting on my program and being with me and partnered with me, you will get exclusivity of all of my transactions and clients. Okay? And with that said, and we enter this relationship together, this is what it will include. You're a sponsor at my events. You'll meet all my clients, right? You're going to get preferential, right? If you're my inspector, you'll get all the inspections on my listings, right? Et cetera, et cetera. But at the same time, I made sure that they were going to reciprocate. That's a professional relationship, right? And we got on the same page working together. We had the discussion. We outlined the terms of the professional relationship. Now, even though we didn't have signed contracts, there was a mutual understanding there as adults and as business owners. You see? And when you approach your business from this perspective and in this way, everything changes for you. Until you do that, you're not a business owner. You're a wannabe. You're not an adult. You're a kid in the entrepreneurial game. You're not taking the game seriously. You want to be a mover and shaker, you got to act and be a mover and shaker. You can't play, Mickey Mouse games with this shit. This is real life. If you want to move and you want to really put your shoes on as a business owner, you need to do what business owners do. We build, cultivate, and keep creating professional relationships. Now, one thing that's added in that people forget is you have to be a connector. Are you a resource? People love being in my network because I'm a resource. I don't care what you need. You need a lawyer? I have legal teams to help you. You need an accountant? I got you. You need investors? I got you. You need a local business owner here to help you with a restaurant? I got you. You need funders? I got you. Hard money lenders? I got you. Whatever you need in many industries, I got you. So people know the value of being aligned with Team BC, especially people who join Real, our brokerage underneath me. You get access to something that you're not going to get somewhere else, dude. I've made sure that I'm valuable in the marketplace. Are you? You see? Because you won't start out valuable. That's okay. You can build your way up though, right? And that ambition is your fuel in the beginning and what you sell to people and say, look, I might be new, but give me a year, dude. I'm going to be top dog here. Watch. So you want to be with me from the beginning and watch me build and be my guy, right? And people will latch on to that if you don't have the success yet and the experience. But you have to be constantly building, seeking, and cultivating these professional relationships. So you got to be out moving and shaking, man. Chamber of Commerce, right? Local entrepreneur business meetups, real estate investment meetups. I don't care what industry in. You got to be out there meeting people and connecting with people on a regular basis. not DMing, not posting on Instagram and sitting back and waiting or fucking dancing on TikTok and all this other nonsense that people do. You can't hide behind your phone and your computer and sit at home and be a reputable person in the business world, right? I remember when I was in the car scene back in LA, all these influencers that come were blackballed by a lot of the big industry stuff and retail, like car events and stuff, because they were acting like immature children and assholes and they thought they were famous or celebrities. Dude, you're a social media star in quotes. Nobody gives a shit. There's no room for that arrogance. So in the real business world, they were shunned and blackballed. I'm not going to give names, but I know plenty. And this happened years ago. And I saw it. And I try to lecture those kids and say, you don't know shit about the real world and business. Start acting right. Did they listen to me? No. Because I had 100,000 subscribers. They had 700,000 or a million. And they thought, what the fuck does this guy know? My social media is bigger than him. And I watched it happen live. You see, but those kids are like a lot of adults and other kids nowadays. They think they're special or they think they can get around some of these traditional business principles. You're not going to, right? You're not going to. So let's continue. The first one is building, cultivating, creating professional, strong, real, authentic professional relationships, right? The next one is this, is you need to effectively in 2024 take you as an individual, and that is senior to your business or anything else, but you as the individual have to be the center point of your brand and what you offer. I don't care if you're in the car game. I don't care if you're in real estate. I don't care if you have a retail store. You need to be the center point of your brand, because from you emanates the mission statement, the core values, right? The ethics, and what embodies and represents and encompasses your brand. And then that trickles down into your business and all your life's, work. What most people do is they'll throw their business or whatever in the front and they want to hide. You can't do that if you want to be effective in today's market at the highest levels. We need to know who you are. We need to know the brains, the person, the ethics, the code behind your brand. If you want to create extreme customer loyalty, right? And build up a true fan base and have something to catapult you. Because most of you listening to me are going to be building up from grassroots like me. Meaning you're building from nothing. You're not, the son of the owner and CEO of Pepsi who was given $100 million and you started your company. You're building up from nothing like I did from the ground up. I built up my businesses first making videos while I was door knocking and cold calling and building my business like an entrepreneur and hungry salesperson. That's how I built up the hundreds of thousands of followers and all that shit, by working my ass off. So if you're doing it that way, people need to know the face and the person behind the brand, and you need to lead with it. Now, if you say, well, I don't look good, I'm embarrassed, I'm lazy. Okay, well, you got to fix that. Oh, I'm afraid to show off, what I believe in. Well, then you're not going to be effective, right? You can't hide behind fear. People need to know what you represent to the fullest, and you need to be proud of it and stand by it. Because one of the biggest mistakes that people make is when somebody challenges them, they start getting all apologetic. Well, and I don't cater to the masses, bro. If somebody comes to me and complains about my beliefs and philosophies, I say, there's the door, dude. If you don't like this show, turn it off and go somewhere else. If you want me to apologize or cater to this person or that person, I'm not going to. That's why I'm waiting for the day if I ever got on like these big podcasts like the Breakfast Club and all these shows, because I would want them to challenge me and ask me those questions that make other people crumble, because they would be probably appalled by my response and I wouldn't back down, because I stand for what I stand for. Whether you like it or not is irrelevant. I don't cater to you. This is my brand and what I do. The people who like it, let's do business and be friends. The people who don't, you have other options. And your refusal to do that moving forward, especially now, you will blend in this climate. And it's something as simple as saying, hey, world, this is who I am and this is what I represent. Why is that so difficult for people? You're not going to grow, get attention, and build a brand without some sort of haters or backlash. It's impossible. We're individuals on this planet. People are not going to like you, whether how you dress, how you look, how you talk, where you're from, your religion, your politics. For some reason, people aren't going to like something. That's okay. The more you put out, the more you attract, and the more you repel the wrong people. Otherwise, you're going to be like most people out there and walking on eggshells, and you can't be yourself, and you're going to be miserable because you have to live a lie. You have to wear the mask all the time. You can't be yourself, and it sucks. That's what eats people alive, and that's what causes celebrities and famous people to be on drugs and want to commit suicide because they can't handle the reality of being themselves and dealing with everything that comes with it. They are fake, right? They're putting a facade up. I don't. If you like me, great. If you don't, that's fine too. I don't care. I'm here to push my brand and what I do and speak to the people who will listen. I'm not here to cater to people, right? And I'm trying to drill this message into you if you want to grow, if you want to have your brand, because you'll sleep better at night, right? You'll be a lot stronger emotionally. You'll have thicker skin. You'll respect yourself more, and other people, right? The people who actually support you will support you to the fullest because they know exactly what they're getting and they know exactly who they're dealing with. And initially, this is difficult for people, but once you step into this fully and integrate it into your life, all the pressure goes away, right? You walk so much more loose and comfortable. And now you have this aura about you. You have this freedom, this internal freedom that other people can recognize, and it kills them that they don't have it. That's probably one of the biggest types of messages I get. They say, bro, you're so free and you move in a way that I wish I can. And I say, become a student and I'll teach you how. And start observing and learning so you can embody this. This is the key to freedom, my friends, especially in this era. To be free of other people's criticisms and judgments and harsh statements and opinions and all that shit. I don't care. I don't care. You can get to that point too. Prioritize that in 2024 as one of your priorities. Okay, let's continue. The next one is this. You need to designate no more, right? Okay, we'll split this next one up, right? The people in your closest proximity, 3, 4, 5 people. You need to be extremely strict about who those people are that you're going to spend time with, share your goals with, share your dreams with, discuss the future, ask help from, get advice from. You're going to have to be very particular about these things. You need to be a stickler for this and have extreme rigid requirements. Your immediate social circle. And for most of you right now, you have to ditch them and upgrade. If you no longer align and you're no longer on the same journey as the people around you, it's okay to step away. You're not wrong for that. You're just going different ways. And if anybody tries to make you feel bad about that, they don't give a shit about you. They're not your friend. They should support any semblance of you wanting to improve yourself if somebody really cares. Which is why I tell people, if you're in business and you leave a company and they start bashing you or calling you a piece of shit or disloyal, and you're doing it in a way to better yourself, they're showing their true colors. I've seen that happen in real estate where somebody leaves a company and the owner just tears into them. You're a piece of shit. You're disloyal. It's like, dude, I was respectful. I appreciated the help. I'm making a move for myself and my business to grow. If they don't respect that, they never really cared about you. They only cared about you because you made them money. The moment you leave, they don't give a shit. Assuming you leave on good terms and you're doing nothing shady. Let's make that clear. If you're respectful, you do it right, and you make this move for you and you're clear about it and you communicate it, that's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about you screwed them over or did something. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about doing it clean, professionally, the right way. But see, the people around you, you need to upgrade that shit. You've heard this before, but I'm giving you specific measures for this. Because if you don't do this, remember, socially and with your time and focus, you're spending a lot around these people. That becomes your reality. If all they're talking about is the club and what to do this weekend and what fucking team won the game, you're not going to go anywhere, dude. I'm sorry. That's normie talk. And if you want to be a normal average person, that's fine. Then stick with that. But if you want something bigger and better, you can't pay attention to that shit. Or that needs to be reduced 90, 95%. Because a lot of people, when they come around me, if they spend some time around me, immediately like, God damn, I thought I was doing shit. Like, fuck, you just move completely differently. Exactly. That's why I'm at the level that I'm at. You need to be exposed to that more. And if that requires you paying money to get to the table, do it. Because the next thing that's tied with this is whatever you want to get better at, your communication skills, your social media, your real estate sales, whatever it is, get a fucking bona fide coach to help you. Stop thinking you can figure it out on your own. You can't. I didn't, and nobody before me that's great didn't. We all have coaches and we got help. You're not special. Get a fucking coach if you're serious in whatever you do. You want to be an actor? Get a coach. You want to be a fantastic public speaker? Get a coach. You want to be a star athlete? Get a coach. You want to get in the best shape of your life in 2024? Stop thinking you can do it on your own and get a trainer. I've been doing calisthenics 2 years. I've had a trainer from fucking day one. I will spend more on calisthenics, which is a hobby for me, than most of you will spend to grow your business. That's how fucking cheap and unprioritized you are. And you'll make excuses about it. Because I know it's not just the money, but that's a big, I don't want to spend money. Then get out of the game if you don't want to invest money and spend money. Then you're being held by your lowest limiting belief in finances, thinking you can skip everything if it's a priority to you. What you want to get great at, prioritize and put your time, energy, money, resources, and everything into it. That's how you get good. You're not going to become the best of the best lollygagging, watching videos. That's what everybody does. Everybody listens to podcasts and watches videos. That's what everybody does. You think you're going to suddenly catapult just doing that when you're literally doing what everybody else does? It doesn't add up. It doesn't make sense. You need to do the math on this thing, guys. Use your logic. Use your logic. Your effort needs to be extraordinary. Your investment needs to be extraordinary. Your attitude needs to be extraordinary. Everything needs to be extraordinary if you want an extraordinary result. Everyone's like, I want to make 6 figures. Less than 10% of people make 6 figures, y'all. Less than 10%. And 6 figures isn't even a lot. But to the average person, it is. So everyone wants that, but then nobody gives top 10% effort and emulates what the top 10% people do, because we've been talking about it for years on these platforms and people still don't want to do it. It's crazy. But again, you want 2024 to go right for you moving forward, prioritize that and change it. And you'll start to see some magnificent changes. Number 5, start to embody, display, and wear openly your individuality. My style is different. Some people love it. Some people don't. I don't care. It's who I am on the inside, shining. The way that I speak and carry myself is me and my full confidence coming out. My demeanor, my directness, my boldness, my bluntness, my honesty, my transparency in the way that I do things. That's me. I cuss. That's me. I don't take shit from people. That's me. I hold people to a high standard. That's me. All the individualistic things in me come out. All my loves, right? What I like, what I don't like, you hear about it and I display it. It's on full display all the time. Great. That's who I am. I embrace my individuality. It's not a flavor for everybody. I'm not vanilla ice cream. I'm more like pistachio, where I have a few raving fans, but we're not liked by everybody. I'm cool with that. That's what I embrace and that's what I embody. How about you? You see, when we're lacking confidence, we blend in. When I got into the real estate industry, I wanted to blend in. I just have to wear the basic suit, move and shake like everybody else. As my confidence went up, my individuality started coming out very quickly. That's something you need to streamline. That's what is the answer for many of you. You were taught and bred to blend in, and in the real world, blending in equals financial and career suicide. Financial and career suicide, whether you want to believe that or not. Whether you want to believe that or not. Embrace your individuality and start asking yourself, where am I holding back? What am I afraid to do? And that's what you need to tackle. And for many of you, it's as simple as a post on Instagram or Facebook because you're afraid of the backlash. Post it. Free yourself of that internal chain that will hold you back from living life at its fullest. Do it today. Do it today. Forget all these other things that are insignificant. These fears, these hesitations, these criticisms, these judgments. Why? Because when you're in your grave, you don't take any of that shit with you. And all you will do is sit on your deathbed and regret all the stuff that you didn't do. And I swore a long time ago, I was never going to be that person. Fuck that, dude. No. I want to die like, yep, I lived it up. I did what I was supposed to do. See you later, world. Right? That's how I want to go out. Not, oh man, I wish I did this and this and this and this and this. Watching those videos will humble you and make you realize, fuck, I'm not going after it. And if you think I'm not going after it, you need to start immediately. And this is one of those things. You hold back because of what you think other people are going to say. That's sad. Imagine what your ancestors would say. Imagine you were having a conversation with them. Would they approve of what you're doing or your level of effort? No, they'd probably slap you and say, what the fuck are you doing? We did all this shit to get you to here, and you're just squandering it. You're not doing anything. You're sitting at home watching Netflix, or you're saying you're afraid to go talk to people. What? They would laugh at you probably. And I know with what I've accomplished, my ancestors are clapping and cheering in the background saying, "Good job, homie. You're taking us to a level we've never been before." Exactly. And I expect the next generation in our bloodline to do the same, to push it beyond. And I will be cheering for them as well. But that individuality is what allows you to stand out on social media, get more clients, connect with more people. That's that hidden missing ingredient that's already within you that needs to come out. And for many of you, that's the missing piece. You see, why do I focus so much on the internal game for people and unlocking that? Because for most people, that's what's holding them back. It's not the 1, 2, 3 how-to shit. Everybody knows that. That's free information. You hold yourself back. You're not operating at 100% of you. You're operating at 20 or 50 or 60, and that's not enough to get to the top of the top. It's not enough. That needs to change now, not tomorrow, not next year, now. If you're serious, because I assume if you watch me at any capacity, you're serious about making changes in your life, right? If you're not, why do you watch me? If you watch me for pure entertainment, what a shame, dude. What a shame. Because then you're not doing anything with the information. You're not applying any of this stuff. Right? Let's keep adding on. Get these priorities straight. We've talked about a lot the last couple of days, right? And I don't want to make this one too long. We'll probably go 30, 35 minutes, maybe something like that, right? I don't know yet when I'm going to end. Taking control, right? Taking control of your daily actions from top to bottom, career, non-career, needs to become a priority for you. Meaning, when you commit or say you're going to do something, I'm going to wake up at 6. I'm going to follow my schedule tomorrow. I'm going to make 100 calls. Are you at a point where everything you command yourself to do, you do wholeheartedly 100%? Because for most of you watching, it's probably at 10 or 20%. And to some of you who might be doing pretty good, it's probably 50, if that. You need to commit to mastering that this year. What you say is a command. Your word is your bond. When you get to that level, oh my God, as a human being, nothing can stop you. Because that is the epitome and the embodiment of speaking things into existence. You want a simple definition of manifesting? I just gave it to you. But first, what you say you're going to do, you do. That is a direct response and answer to the whole manifestation, speaking thing. That's what it is. Meaning, I'm going to wake up tomorrow at 6. Your ass is up at 6. I'm going to make my bed and then read for 30 minutes and then you do it. Okay, you're speaking things into existence because what you're saying, you're actually doing. And you need to start at the lowest level. Because if you can't do that, you're not going to kick the coffee habit or the bad habits you have or the addictions because you don't even do what you say. That personal contract you have with yourself is broken on a daily basis. Why do you think so many people can't even hold a basic fucking New Year's resolution? Their word is meaningless to themselves. Their word's weight is the weight of a feather. Mine is the weight of gold. When I say something, it's going to happen. People know when I give my word, I come through. People know and they can feel when I tell a client, I'm going to do this, they know I'm going to do it. They're not questioning it. Because when you live it and you embody it, it hits different when you say it. And there's no denying it. You respect that. Thank you. Appreciate it, Mr. or Mrs. O'Neill. Thank you. Dylan says, people say they want children so their genes live on. That argument seems stupid to me. Do you buy into it? Well, think about it, bro. If we don't have kids and human beings don't continue to be born, we'll be eradicated as mankind. That makes total sense, right? From a personal standpoint, but also from a mankind standpoint. If we don't have kids and we don't live on, if everybody didn't want to have kids, well, we would be weeded out of existence, bro. So that does make sense to me. From a general level and a personal level too. Because the day that I decide to have children, let's say it's next year, right? I want my genes to live on. I want my legacy to continue. And I want to hand off to my children or child everything that I've created in hopes that they build it and take it and make it bigger, right? It's kind of like passing the torch when you do a sprint. I'm going to get a lead and give it to you. Go, right? That's really why we've been put on this planet from just a flesh suit standpoint. Take out our intelligence, right? Take out the mind and your ability to think and communicate. Your body's here to replicate on a genetic level, and that's nature's code. We're here to reproduce, just like animals and nature. They don't communicate with each other, but they fuck and have sex and reproduce, right? We're built for that, our bodies. This is why when you see a beautiful woman, you get excited and you want to talk to her and you want to have sex with her. It's the same thing, right? But that's the whole point of us being on this planet from, again, the body standpoint, the survival animal standpoint. It's that we just happen to have higher intelligence, right? Cool. Okay, guys, thank you for being here. We're going to end the live here. Maybe I'll stop doing lives for a day or two. We'll see. I'm enjoying this. The live format is pretty fun. We'll get back to pretty soon here the Zoom calls and people calling in and asking questions. I kind of want to wait until we have a viewership that's bigger, because we get anywhere from 5, 6, 7 people all the way up to 20, 25 sometimes. Once we get the show up to consistently having 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 people, then I'll definitely open up the lines and we'll have some people come on. All right. Have a good evening. We'll see you on the next.